Takes a while to get used to too. Oh, we're live. Okay. Let's turn this camera around so they can see us. Don't you like new toys that you can't use? G'day guys, it's Dan here and I'm with Darren. Now Darren, you're the owner of the Paradise Cafe.
Yep.
And you are situated normally on the beautiful Hawkesbury River.
It's normally beautiful, yeah.
Now we've had just a crazy amount of rain. How far did the river come up?
It come up here 7.8 metres.
7.8 metres.
Yeah.
And as a result, your business, which we'll take you a quick walk through in a minute, was completely flooded.
Yeah, up to the gutters there.
All right, well, we'll turn the camera around. So,
Where that Coke sign is, the top of that Coke sign.
okay, so you've got this beautiful spot on the river. What kind of business do you normally do?
Oh, we do pizzas, schnitzels, the full menu.
Yep.
For the cafe.
Yep.
Got fully licensed. Got 2 bars. So normally packed out this time of year.
Yeah, because we're now in school holidays, so
Yeah, Easter's our biggest weekend of the year.
So how long do you think you'll be closed down for? 12 months?
We've got a temporary cafe in the car park. I'm hoping only a couple of months if possible.
Nice. Well, if you're in the Hawkesbury area and you want to support Darren, there's a couple of ways how you can do it. Have you got any GoFundMe pages or anything like that going?
GoFundMe page, yeah.
So how do people access the GoFundMe page?
I think go on Facebook probably is the best way to find us on the link.
Okay, so what?
To Paradise Cafe.
Paradise Cafe, Facebook,
Yeah.
And you can find it from there. G'day, Dawn. So what we're doing, Dawn, is we're just going through the Paradise Cafe. So this is down on the Hawkesbury River. We'll just quickly take the people up and show them the damage that has occurred. Had a massive flood come through here. Now, I'm down on the river here with my mate Dan, and we've got our Hobies, and we've got some sonar. There's a dead rat. That's not good. And we've got our sonar, and we're going to be looking for boats and caravans that were washed in the river, because there's potentially, I think, up to 50 boats and caravans sitting in the bottom of the river somewhere. So the flood water came all the way up to that Coke sign, you said?
Yep.
And as you can see, it's a beautiful spot normally. Brothers Underwater, what we're doing is we're at the Paradise Cafe. Now these poor guys, they were completely inundated with floodwaters, and I'm just about to show you, all this was underwater. Unfortunately, with water damage, none of this is covered by insurance. So they have lost pretty much everything. So this bar area here, how old was that?
Oh, this is only 6 months old.
6 months old. And you had a ski boat in here set up as a bar, which is pretty cool. So you've done a lot of work cleaning out already, haven't you?
Yeah, we've cleared all the carpet out. We've got access holes under this floor because there'll be mud and
Up against
it'll
the...
start to smell after a while. So we've got to clean out the mud from under the floor space.
No worries. So is there a tide mark on the wall there? Yeah. So you can see how high the water got, basically to the top of that window there. So all of this was underwater. You've got the cool room and the kitchen completely lost. So if you want to help Paradise Cafe rebuild this beautiful area, then they've got a GoFundMe page. So
I've stripped all the equipment out of here.
Yep. Is the government giving you any funding or anything at all?
Each day we hear about new schemes coming up. We're not sure where they're up to at the moment, but
Okay.
hopefully they'll come on board.
So all of this to the roof was all underwater. Yeah. All the bar everywhere. So Darren, what we're going to do, mate, we are going to spend as many days as it takes scanning the river and looking for lost equipment in the water. And Darren very generously has lent us his boat ramp. He's got 2 boat ramps, and one of them has actually got a winch up on the top of it. So when we're pulling cars or caravans or boats or whatever, we find out it should be a lot easier to get it out. So my mate Dan and I, we're going to go down on the river now and start scanning. I've got my new sonar. Thank you to all those who have given us some money towards that. That's been really appreciated. My wife gave me the green light and brought me this brand new sonar, so it was very good of her. Australian Bass Fishers at Penrith actually gave us a good discount price on it. So if you're after any fishing gear in Penrith, make sure you go over there. Charlene, g'day, how you going? So the plan is we've got a map and we're going to scan the river and try and find as many bits and pieces. Did you lose any boats or anything like that, or?
Oh, we lost water tanks and a lot, just mainly debris. There's a whole building there that's gone.
Okay.
But was built out of cool room panels, but most of that would float.
Yeah.
Nothing that would generally sink.
Okay, no worries. Now, they're getting a lot of stuff getting washed along, obviously, the whole length of the river, all the way out to the beaches, out at Yamina and all those kind of things. There's been reports in the news about looters.
Yeah.
Have you come across anything like that here?
I've seen boats come and pick stuff up. We're just not sure if they've been honest enough to hand it in or not.
Fair income, guys. If it's not yours, don't take it. These poor people have lost everything. So don't take it if it's not yours, okay? Now, there is a Hawkesbury Facebook page, Hawkesbury Lost and Found. Anything we find, we're going to post on there and get it back to the owners. And there might be some sentimental value. We might be able to get back to them, or they might be able to recover it and rebuild it. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. What we're going to do now is going to head down to Dan while he's hooking up his Hobie. I'll do a video over the next couple of days of what we get up to today. And I think we've probably got a year's worth of work down here by the looks of it. There's going to be a lot of work to get there. All that sand just washed up on there.
Green grass in front of you there.
Wow, that's crazy. We all want fertiliser, but not that much. Right, well, you can see how thick it is there. Just the sediment and crud build up from the flood.
I've got about 80 piers under here. I've got to dig around and get them back down to.
So the white ants don't get into it.
Because you get the steel brackets. Yeah.
Yeah. So what else can people do to help you?
Oh, the list is long.
The list is long. So the biggest thing though is probably the GoFundMe page. So if you're in a position where you can help the recovery, it would be greatly appreciated. As I said, all this flood damage isn't covered by insurance. So we're talking a substantial amount of money that's been lost. And this is one business. When we're up and running, or when the cafe is up and running, which it is, how many nights a week are you running at the moment?
Well, Wednesday and Friday nights and all day Saturday, Sunday.
No worries. So if you're in the area, the best thing you can do is come down and get a pizza. So you're still cooking your pizzas?
Yeah, still doing that at the moment.
Still can get a beer?
Yeah, still grab a beer.
Mate, if you're in the area, please come down. Best way to help businesses is to come and visit them and let them know that you're thinking of them and that you can get a meal as well. So... Righto, guys. Do we have any questions before I take off? Sorry I haven't had a chance to acknowledge everyone who's in the chat. We've got 16 people watching at the moment. What we might quickly do, we might just quickly go down. I forgot. I've got my little map here. So this is where we are on the Hawkesbury River at the moment. So the cafe is here. You've lost all that pontooning.
Yeah.
That's all gone. So what the plan is, we're going to obviously use this as our starting point, go out. Both got sonars, so Dan and I scan as much as we can. Follow the Hawkesbury River. We can either go up the Colo or further up the Hawkesbury. What way do you think is the best? Flow's going that way, isn't it?
I think you're going to find a lot of stuff just here.
On this corner.
St George.
So there was a couple of caravan parks that pretty much lost everything. I think that's one of them, Paradise Point. That's on the other side, just over there. I know they lost a heap of vans. So what the plan is, we're gonna mark as we go. So if we find something, mark it, and then when the water goes down, then we can get our gear in. I did bring lift bags and all that kind of stuff from Adventures with Purpose, and I thought maybe if the opportunity came that we'd be able to get something out, we would, but that water is still running.
Yeah, it's pretty murky.
very murky. Visibility, I know in the Hawkesbury is pretty average at the best of times, but yeah, certainly at the moment, it might be a couple of weeks before we can actually do any diving. But at least if we've got some marks down, we'll know where we can start. And as I said, there's caravans, there's cars, I was actually coming to this exact spot before the flood. I'd planned to come here because I was told right over there where that little boat ramp is, the road's meant to be called the Road to Nowhere.
Yeah.
And there's meant to be a whole sack of cars dumped
Okay.
off that old boat ramp. So I was coming here anyway to look for those cars and get those cars out. But now we've got a much more important job. So we'll skim along the water. If we find anything floating, we'll bring it back here, put it up on the Lost page, and hopefully we'll be able to go and help some people getting their gear back. While I'm here, I'll quickly take people down and show them the new sonar that I've got. As I said, I'll do a proper video and post it of today. This is just a little live stream to show people. Whoa, slippery. Oh, that water's cold too. And it drops off a lot. I'll have to do it later because I can't get to it. But that's my sonar in there. So what we'll do is we'll go down river, which is that away. Go down the river and see what we can find. And obviously, one last call out, if you can afford to, go to Darren's GoFundMe page so we can try and get this cafe brought back to its glory, because it's an absolutely beautiful spot. And this is their busiest time of year, and unfortunately they're unable to trade. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for leaving a comment. I'll review them later and get back to you all. Yeah, really do appreciate it. God bless, be safe, and keep your eye out for the next video. Cheers, guys. Now I've got to work out how to turn this off. I always struggle with this bit. There we go.